Hey, what's going on? My name is Bim. These are two DualShock 4 controllers, but one of them's a bootleg. Can you tell which one? That's a trick question. You can't tell, at least not all the way out there in YouTube land. So let me do a reveal. This one is the bootleg. Here's the original. Here's the bootleg. Can you tell the difference right away? No, you can't. So what I did was I brought these two to the office and I asked 3 people if they could tell. One of them was primarily a PC player, plays Nintendo Switch as well. The other one dabbles in both console and PC, is kind of used to the DualShock 4, and one of them primarily uses the DualShock 4 regardless of whether he's playing on the PlayStation or the PC. He even uses a DualShock 4 to play Apex Legends on PC for some reason, because he's weird. They were all able to tell, but with varying degrees of confidence and accuracy. So the guy who is primarily a PC player took him 15 minutes, and after I gave him a bunch of clues. The guy who dabbles got it right away because he knew what he was looking for, because apparently he had some experience with DualShock 4 bootlegs before. And the primarily the PS4 guy got it after a few games, but the clue that he said tipped him off, I don't exactly agree with. So, how can you tell? Number one would be the price. This thing goes for 50 to 60 bucks, around 2,800, 2,700 to 2,900 pesos. This thing goes for half that, goes for 25 bucks. I've seen it go for as low as $22. 1,200 to like about 1,600 pesos, thereabouts. So if someone's selling you a brand new DualShock 4 for half the price, or less than SRP, that's a red flag. You're probably being sold a bootleg. Second would be the packaging. This is what the packaging looks like on the bootleg. This is what is referred to as Class A. And this is the original packaging. You can see the difference immediately. This is compact and this is way taller. The guy who got it right away, his tell was actually the weight. So I have a digital scale here. The original weighs in at 215 grams. The fake one weighs in at 201 grams. So if I handed this to you and you don't really have a lot of experience with the DualShock 4, you'd feel like it's like 14 grams is what? Well, it's 14 grams. It's not that much, but you'd feel like, all right, maybe I'm getting a little stronger. I can lift this a little easier. But if I handed them both to you at the same time, there is a noticeable difference. Another way to tell would be the texture of the D-pad. The texture of the D-pad on the original ones feels a little grainier, a little more textured, probably to help out with the touch feature. This thing is super smooth, very, very smooth. But in terms of experience and functionality, practically the same. They're practically identical. The feel of the direction pad, the D-pad, is the same. The pressing on the analog sticks is the same. The face buttons feel the same. The shoulder buttons, which is what the guy who got it right after a few games said was his clue, I kind of disagree with, because I feel like they're practically identical. This feels even firmer than this thing. And this is probably because it's newer, maybe, but it feels, more firm. But everything in terms of the comfort and the experience of pressing buttons is identical. It also pairs to the PlayStation 4 the same way and just as fast. It also pairs with the official DualShock 4 dongle for the PC. Same process, pairs just as fast. So if all of those factors are the same, what is stopping everybody from just buying a bootleg versus one of the originals? Here are a few drawbacks. Number one, this is a bootleg, therefore illegal. They're using the Sony logo. They're guilty of copyright infringement. And when you buy one of these things, you're not exactly supporting Sony. Not that they need support, but still. Number 2, battery life. The battery life on this thing is complete and utter shite. It lasts for an hour if you're lucky, 45 minutes from my testing. If you're planning to play this primarily plugged in, then maybe. But if you want to go wireless, not good. Number 3 would be warranty. So it's half the price, but are you sure that it'll last you at least half the lifespan of a DualShock 4? If it does, then you kind of get your money's worth. But what if it doesn't? What if it craps out on you in 2 months? Who do you chase? Where do you get the warranty from? Nobody. It's a risk. It's a gamble. You willing to gamble on spare parts cobbled together? So besides that, though, there is a way to mitigate the battery life. You can get a replacement battery, but I guess this is also kind of bootleg. It is a third-party replacement. I think all of the parts in the Bootleg DualShock 4 are replacement parts cobbled together. If you go on Lazada or Amazon or Shopee, you could practically find all of the buttons and the parts of a DualShock 4. The motherboard, the ribbon cables, the shell, the assembly for the USB, the touchpad, all the buttons, everything. You could put one together yourself. So I'm guessing this is just a combination of bootleg parts. So this thing would work and would practically be the same as a bootleg part that you could put in this to mitigate the battery life. This is 2000 milliamp hour, which should last you, in theory, twice as long as an original DualShock 4, because the batteries in here are 800 milliamp hour. I still wouldn't recommend you getting a DualShock 4 bootleg just because it is bootleg, right? Support Sony, support original. All right, thank you guys for watching. If you guys found this useful or entertaining in any way, please leave a comment and a like. It helps us out a lot. And we're trying to get back our monetization, so if you could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one.